So it's a beautiful January day. I've just finished pruning a load of apple trees. I've come down here to the corner of this used to be my granddad's farm, it's now my parents' place. And these woods we've been coppicing and tidying up. And I use all this for my timber. I've come down here to bring the saw down, tidy up a whole load of storm damage. But I want to take good advantage of the wonderful flavours that are down here. Now, foraging at this time of the year is a bit poor. There's only sort of about 30 odd different plant types like sow thistles, maybe nettle tops, bitter cresses, burdock roots and wood avens. And of course then you're talking about flavours, and that's really what Scots pines are all about. Now this is my favourite species of tree, Pinus sylvestris, the Scots pine. Now historically, traditionally, these were used in boat building. They are big, long, tall, straight timbers that you find on them often were used for masts. The resins for gluing and waterproofing. Then turpentine, I believe, is made from them, and charcoal. But what I like to do, there's 3 different things I like to do with these. First, pine needle tea. So when I'm coppicing down here, I'll stick the kettle on the fire and chuck some of these in some hot water. Really nice tea. Second thing I like to do, chuck some on the open fire when you're cooking chicken, fish, anything really. Imbibes a really lovely flavour. And the third thing, vinegar, flavouring vinegar. And there's 2 other species I want to show you which are really good for that too. Okay, number 2. This is Sutasuga benzicii, or Douglas fir. This is rather beautiful tree. You'll find these ornamentally in Britain in the gardens, otherwise they're native to California mainly, and we do have these fantastic pine cones. These are brilliant. I'll just chuck these on the fire, they burn for ages. But the good thing about the storms is it does bring down an awful lot of bits and bobs which you can collect up to add to your mix for your vinegar. So, number 3 is quite obviously a birch. You can see that betula. This is actually a Jackmondii species, but the twigs are really good. You should know that you can get birch sap. I'm not going to tell you how to do that or show you how to do that really, because you can get that very wrong. So if you do want to do that, I would advise you really read up on it. But these twigs are excellent for flavour. You can make a tea from the twigs, but I'm going to add that to my vinegar as well. I'm going to get some logging done first. So come on, Olive, come on, I'll see you in the kitchen. Okay, so we're in the kitchen now, and as you can see, I'm getting ready. Got a couple of bottles already ready. See the bits in there. Really decent apple cider vinegar, that's what I like to use. And we've got our Sutasuga, Douglas fir here, Scots pine. You can see the difference quite clearly there. And firs start to produce the little cones like this. Anyway, so what we want to do, I like to put the bay leaf in. There. Some garlic. That down in there. Just a few peppercorns. Maybe a couple more. Right, then we've got our birch twigs. These are fresh off the tree. You don't want the sort of rotten ones really, obviously. I've got a bit of ginger too. I like to put these baby cones in. So that's some of the Douglas fir going in. Scots pine. Bit difficult just with your eyes like that. The camera in one hand. Then we want that like that. And then the apple cider vinegar I've warmed up. You can see it's just about cooled down. I'll pour that in. So there you have it, they're all done, and you can already see they've been left for just a few minutes, and you can see them already starting to infuse with a lot of that flavour. 2 weeks, very tasty. In a month, really tasty. Now medicinally, These are exceptionally good for bronchitis. They work as a really good decongestion. So what I've got left here, I'm basically going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to take a bottle, I'm going to cram as much of this in as I can into just one bottle. But what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a really nice olive oil. I'm going to warm it up again, pour that in, and then leave that for a while, and you'll basically have a fantastic sort of cough syrup. Really, really nice.